how would you disrupt the car wash industry? How would you disrupt car washes? I'd like to throw it open. Who has an idea? How would you disrupt car washes? Thoughts? Sorry? Nano coating, like better paint that doesn't hold the dirt. Yep, that's a good one. Maybe once you get to autonomous cars, you have a central fleet washing structure, so you're not doing that. Maybe you have an Uber of car washing, so people wash it with small brushes and you don't need the car wash system. So there's a bunch of options, but it's not really obvious, right, how that might happen. Well, it turns out over the last 8 years in Buenos Aires, if you own a car wash in Argentina, your revenues have dropped 50%. So car washes in Buenos Aires over the last 8 years have lost 50% of revenue. And one of our alumni down there says, this makes no sense. The middle class has exploded. There's a ton more Mercedes and BMWs out on the streets. Argentinians are very proud. They like to keep their cars clean. You should see a doubling or tripling of revenues. Why is there a 50% drop? Is there hyper competition? Are there water restrictions? Are there legal issues? What is actually going on? So he spends 3 months researching this, is able to get rid of all the obvious factors, and then he finds the answer. And the answer turns out to be literally Moore's law. As computational capability is accelerated, our ability to model the weather has become a lot better. And in that 8-year period, we're exactly 50% better at knowing when it's going to rain. And when you know it's going to rain, you don't wash your car. And so this totally orthogonal effect of information is disrupting an industry, and the people in the industry absolutely can't figure out why. Because you can be the smartest car wash owner in the world, and you will not see that coming, right? It doesn't matter because this, and I call this the orthogonal effect of information because a breakthrough somewhere else affects you and you can't, and 50% is pretty big. You might as well close up shop and go home. That's an enormous body blow to your business. And so this is what you need to expect in any industry today, that you have to take Bill Gates' stance of healthy paranoia and assume that you will be disrupted. That should be the starting point. And then you ask the question, what do I do from that perspective? Because the inexorable underlying dynamic here that's unstoppable is the sheer democratization of these technologies. Because the cost of all those technologies is dropping to near zero. And we found this is the pattern that they all go through. A domain becomes digital, the costs go to zero, you get open source communities forming, new products and services then radically disrupt the status quo.